A time series is a data that is measured in regular intervals of time. Some very common examples of time series are stock market data where the price of the stock is being monitored on a daily basis, weather data where you capture the temperature, humidity, rainfall, or whatever information on a daily or a monthly basis, sales data, sales data of a retail store that is captured on a daily, weekly, monthly, or even yearly basis. It does not matter what interval of time that you are capturing on. Any data that is captured at regular intervals constitute a time series. Now, this type of data is very prevalent in industry and of high economic use as well. Now, how to make these plots in ggplot can be sometimes a little bit tricky. We will see how to handle that in ggplot because ggplot primarily works with data frames, whereas in R you have a special object called TS object which is used to hold time series data. So to do that, you need to first convert the TS object time series to a data frame format and then start making your ggplot. So by the end of this video, you would have created time series plots that look like this, where you have one single time series displayed in desired frequency. If you look at the x-axis, you have the time series of every year's value shown on the x-axis. On the right hand side plot, you have multiple time series plotted on the same chart itself and legend added to it. We will see how to modify the color and the text of the legend as well. I am going to use the air passengers time series. It is a classic data. It contains the air passengers information at a monthly level starting between 1949 to 1960. So this is the data. If you check the class of air passengers, you get to know that this is a TS object, TS for time series. Now some of the packages that I'm going to be using in this video includes GG Cookbook, GG45, HRBR themes is a special GitHub based themes package. It contains a special nice looking theme for time series. DevTools is a package that is used to install packages that are present in GitHub repositories. Zoo is a package to handle time series data. So is Lubridate, which is used to handle dates specifically. Alright, let me load all the packages. Now the first step is to convert air passengers, this is the data, to a data frame format. The data frame I am creating is going to contain two columns, one for date, second column for value. To get the date of the air passengers time series, I'm using the zoo packages as.date function. Now it converts the dates of the air passengers time series to a date vector. Running this, now our TS data contains a data frame of the date and the value itself. Now the syntax to create a time series is you first initialize the ggplot as we have always been doing, then add a geom line layer followed by labs layer. In the labs I will add the title. So this is the default time series chart that you will get. Now if you look at the x-axis, we are not having the x-axis displayed for every year. It's starting from 1950 and then goes to 1955 directly. I want this chart to show all the years one after the other. To do that, you need to adjust the scale of the x-axis, but before doing that, let's change the color of the line and make the title of the plot centered. The color of the line I'm setting color equal to fire brick, which looks almost like a red color. To center the plot title, add plot.title equals to element underscore text h just equals to 0.5. H just stands for horizontal justification. On running this, you get the desired plot. Now let's modify the x-axis sticks. To do that, I'm going to create a new variable called breaks, which basically contains the dates on which I want to show on the x-axis. This is ready. I want to create the labels. So from the dates, I want the year part alone. because the remaining month and the date is the same for all the values. So I'm just interested in extracting the year. I'm using the year function from lubridate for this. Now, to modify the x-axis text, the location of the x-axis text, you need to specify the breaks and the labels inside scale x date function. Since the x-axis here is a date, we are using scale x date. Previously, if you remember, we used scale x continuous for continuous variable. If your x-axis is a continuous variable, you will use scale x continuous. And if it is a categorical column, then you will use scale x discrete. Remember that. That is the one thing that you will need to remember whenever you want to modify the x-axis of a time series ggplot. Remaining else, everything else is pretty much the same. We have a nicely formatted x-axis.